Welcome to SAP Process Automation. My name is Nele, and in this video I will walk you through building a simple process. We will begin with creating a project. Click on Create and then on Business Process. Type in the name of your project and, if you want, a short description of its purpose. Next, you will create the process itself. Name the process Order Processing and add a short description of what it will do. Then click on Create. The process editor opens automatically. Here, you will connect all your artifacts and build your process. The process you will build will be triggered by a form which asks the person filling it out for the sales order details. Go ahead and click on Select Start Trigger and then choose New Form in the trigger settings. Give it the name Order Processing Form and add a description. Then click on Create. The form was created. Click on the three dots and you can open the editor. The Forms editor is very easy to use. You can either click on the field options on the left side and they appear in your form, or simply drag and drop them into the editor. As you can see, there are various different types of fields and layout elements that you can choose from. Once added to the editor, you can name the field on the right side. We will make all the fields mandatory since all this data is necessary to process the sales order. Let's go ahead and add all the necessary data fields regarding the sales order, such as order number, customer name, customer number, and so on. Also note that I use text fields for the order number and customer number, since these often contain letters as well as numbers. You can change the position of the fields and delete them if you need to. Click on Save when you're done. Great, you've created your first form. Next, we will create a condition. Every sales order with an order amount below 1,000 should be approved automatically. Sales orders above that need to be checked and approved by an actual person. Click on the plus and then on Condition. In the settings, choose order amount from the process content. Choose the operator less than and type in the value of 1,000. Then click on Save. Next, you will create the automatic approval notification, which is again a form. Give it a name and description. Go ahead and add a headline and a message for the recipient in the form of a paragraph. Now add the fields containing the order details. Since this is a notification for the buyer, all of these fields will be read-only. Finally, a paragraph that asks the buyer to click on the Submit button. Once you're done, click on Save. In the next step, we will edit the details of the notification you've just created. Add a subject and provide a recipient. In our case, for testing purposes, this will be the person who triggered the process. In a real scenario, this would be the buyer, of course. Now, click on Inputs. Here, you will map the data from your order processing form to the automatic approval form. You can do this by simply clicking on the corresponding process content. Save it when you're done. Okay, so now we've covered what happens for sales orders with an amount below 1,000. We want sales orders above that to be checked and approved by a real person. So let's add an approval form to the Else branch. Click on the plus, New Approval Form, and add a name and description. This form will go out to the approver. Let's clarify in a paragraph what we need them to do. Then, third time's a charm, we'll add the sales order details. Again, read only. Lastly, the supplier acknowledgement in the form of a checkbox and an optional message to the buyer in the form of a text area. Don't forget to save when you're done. As seen before, we'll edit the subject. If you add the order number like this, the subject will adapt to the sales order dynamically. Then add the recipient. In a real scenario, this would be the approver. Again, map the inputs accordingly and save. By the way, the red warning signs indicate that something in your process is wrong or missing. If you click on Design Console down here, you can gain insight about the problem. Let's continue. Only 2 more steps, which are, you guessed it, 2 more forms. If the sales order gets approved, the buyer will receive an order confirmation. Click on the plus next to Approve, create a form, name it, and add a description. Add the necessary paragraphs and fields. Again, all of these will be read-only. When you're done, click on Save. Next, we will add a subject, recipient, and map the inputs. This time, we also need to map the message from the supplier to the right field. Almost done. The last step will be creating a rejection notification in case the sales order is getting rejected. Same procedure. Add a new form, give it a name and description. Then continue and create the form like I do, including a paragraph, a text field, and the order details. Make sure they are all read-only. Another paragraph, save, and done. One more time, add a subject and recipient. Then map the inputs accordingly and save. Now, all you have to do is connect the loose ends of the notification forms to the end of the process and save one last time. And hopefully, all the error messages disappear. If they don't, try refreshing your browser first before you go look for the error. Sometimes that's all it needs. That's it for today. You've built your first progress with SAP Process Automation. This is a great base to add on to. Thank you for watching and come back for the next tutorial in which we will add decision logic to your new sales order management process. Bye bye for now.